We've got 1:23 left in the third. Morris, no good. Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Smith. Watch sets the pick for Wall. Out to Smith. And Smith gets double teamed. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's a 7-point Washington lead. Here's Levine, covered by Wall. For the three, Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his third rebound tonight. Washington calls timeout. At this part of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question.
Right.
I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast, and so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Feeds to Smart. Back to Johnson to end the drought. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now here is Martin. And George, here we go. No good on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Wizards leading by 9. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Etwan Moore is out there with Martin. Then it's Plumlee. Then it's Chris Humphries. And it's George in the small forward position. Now here's Rose. Outside Hill. Rose against Moore. 4 on the clock. The 11-footer. And it falls over the rim and in. And that's 18 points for Rose. The Wizards shooting reasonably well, 45%. Outside Martin. Back to Moore. Outside Martin. Dishes it to Moore. 6 to shoot. Goes up again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
And he can't hit the second.
You know that if you're a team in the East or anywhere in the NBA for that matter, when you face the Bulls, it's going to be a battle wire to wire. These guys are coming at you for the full 48 minutes. They're extremely tough within the conference, too.
Humphries with a screen on Rose. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Well, the Bulls just seem built to play against every other team in the East, and it's why they've made the playoffs so often and finished on top in recent years.
There's a good screen. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Rose. Hits the front of the rim and out. And to add on with Chicago. Last year they won 35 games against the East, which was bested only by the Indiana Pacers.
Well, that's more than Miami and other teams that finished above them in the standings. The Bulls are always a factor in the East, it seems.
Zach LaVine, a bit of a late bloomer. Wasn't a top recruit until he hit a late growth spurt in high school. Now he's a 6'5" combo guard. Came out of UCLA after one season. Still a bit unproven, but one of those upside picks because of his athleticism and shooting range.
And Morris comes over to help. Martin kicks to Plumlee. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Smart's checked in for Derrick Rose. And LaVine played point guard in high school before his growth spurt. And Clark, to see him as more of a point guard or shooting guard?
I see him as a shooting guard at this point. I mean, just based on what I saw in 1 year at UCLA. Tremendous athleticism. He's a bouncy young fellow. Streaky shooter at this point. But I like his energy level. He's going to be a guy that has a chance, I think, to be a really good two-way player.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Andre Blatch, he's checked in for Plumlee. Gordon comes in for Chris Humphrey. J.R. Smith's checked in for Martin. And it's John Wall in for Moore.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Chicago calls timeout.
Aaron Gordon drafted after just one season in Arizona, and he's extremely young for his class. His folks enrolled him in school early because of his size and energy level as a youngster.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Chicago. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
You know, this is a common problem for them, their inability to consistently knock down their free throws.
And Gordon has always had a passion for the game. When he was 10, he'd broken so many portable hoops. His parents bought him a permanent one. They said they'd put it up the next day around midnight. They heard a sound, looked outside, and he was digging the hole himself. I like this guy.
Well, that certainly shows a love for the game and a very mature work ethic. Bodes well for his future.
Wall with the steal. And then Smith with the dunk.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Smart kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Out to the wing. There's the feed to Smart. It's Hill on the wing. And Blatch sends it back. And he lobs it up. And it's George finishing it off.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, after being amnestied by the Washington Wizards, Andre Blatch resurrected his career with the Brooklyn Nets and overlooked most improved player candidate 2 seasons ago. I thought Blatch really solidified his gains last year.
Changes for Chicago. Terrence Ross comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Rose in for Smart. Bulls trailed by 12. And for Blatch, the key to his turnaround, really committed to playing in the paint.
And that's good to see, Kevin. In the past, he'd float around and settle for long twos, but by staying inside, he's improved his rebounding and his efficiency.
And George, here we go.
When he goes hard to the rim like that, The defender should just save their energy and let him go.
Well, he was merely able to get there, just a step slow.
I think he was lucky he didn't get all the way there. I mean, he may have gotten run over.
It's stolen by Hill. Johnson, wide open, he fires. No good with the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the officials.
The Wizards making the playoffs last season for the first time in the last 6 years, playing around 500 basketball. Steve, what's the upside for this team in your opinion?
Well, their depth and history of injuries have to be a concern, Kevin. I mean, in the East, they'll remain a playoff team, but a contender for the title, I don't know.
And so it's Washington with it. Wall passes to Smith. And again, Washington no good.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his third foul so far. And it's Rose penetrating. The layup missed.
And, you know, part of the depth issue for the Wizards is they struggled to find difference makers in the draft. Aside from taking John Wall first overall back in 2010, their selections have more than often left a bit to be desired.
Oh, they keep the ball out of the cylinder, but pick up a foul in the process. 2 shots at the line.
Well, you look at some of the best picks in Wizards history. Earl the Pearl Monroe, Wes Unseld. Great players, but not as many great picks. And that's frankly why this has been one of the less successful teams over the year.
Johnson in the corner. Rebound, Washington.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Wall dishes to Gordon. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. Here's Smith. That's good from 17 feet away. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter. And so here is Chicago. 15-point game. Ross on the wing. No luck. And it's Washington the other way. It's George on the wing. He kicks to Smith. He feeds it to Wall. Five to shoot. Puts it up from 17. Chicago grabs the miss. Hill's got 8 rebounds in this game. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And George kicks to Smith. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Wall with another miss.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yep, I thought so too, Clark.
Johnson, the pass to Hill. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Foolish play. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there while he's playing.
Well, the lead's only going to get bigger unless they shore up those mistakes. They got to tighten things up here.
Wall with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Washington making some changes. Chris Humphries has checked in for Gordon. Martin comes in for J.R. Smith. And Moore subbed in for John Wall.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
And Moore kicks to George. Back to Moore. From the arc. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Rose against Moore. Moore with the block. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. And Washington making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Here is Ross. Makes it off the glass.